Welcome to Oak Tree Stories, timeless tales rooted in India. Here you'll find gentle, thoughtful tales drawn from our rich storytelling traditions, from ancient fables and folklore to heartwarming slices of modern Indian life. Each story is carefully chosen and lovingly crafted to be age appropriate and calming, with just a touch of wonder. So come, get cozy, and let the story begin. Hi, I'm Shalini, your storyteller. Before we begin today's story, it's time for our artist shout out. This week's shout out goes to Rivan, who's a 5-year-old from Mumbai. He has sent us a picture that was inspired by our story, Raja and the Echoing Cliffs. Thank you, Rivan. We love how your Raja is roaring at the cliffs. Looks like he's having the time of his life. If you'd like to view Rivan's artwork, then you'll find it proudly displayed on our social media pages. And if you'd like to send in a drawing too, then visit our website www.oaktreebooks.in/oaktreestories. Fill out a form and leave the rest to us. Now let's dive into today's story. Today's tale comes from the Munda people of Odisha, an Adivasi community known for their deep bond with nature and their beautiful oral traditions. This story, The Tale of the Seventh Sun, is one of their most enchanting stories. A story about courage, light, and the harmony that connects all living things. Once upon a time, many moons ago, the sky was very different. Back then, there wasn't just one sun. There were 7. 7 blazing suns burning so fiercely that the earth began to sizzle. The rivers shrank, the trees drooped, and even the stones seemed to sweat. The people of the Munda tribe looked up at the sky and said, "This cannot go on. If we don't do something, everything will burn." So 7 brave brothers stepped forward. Arrows in hand, hearts full of courage, they took aim at the fiery sky. Whiz! 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 One by one, 6 suns fell, and with a final twang of the bowstring, whiz! Only one remained. Frightened by what had happened to its brothers, the last sun fled, hiding behind a distant hill. And just like that, the world went dark. Suddenly, everything was upside down. Deer stumbled into trees. Tigers bumped into each other. And one poor elephant tripped over a sleeping python. Even the rabbits, who couldn't see a thing, hopped right over snoring lions. You can imagine how that went, right? Soon, chaos filled the forests. A grand council of animals was called for. A council to decide how to bring the sun back. A wise rabbit spoke of the last sun hiding behind a distant hill. But now the question was, who would be brave enough to go and call the fearful sun? The king of the jungle, the lion, stepped forward, his golden mane glinting faintly in the moonlight. "Great sun, ruler of the skies," he roared, "return and bring your light to your kingdom below." But the royal command was met with silence. The sun did not move. Then came the elephant, the mightiest of them all, his great feet thundering against the ground. "Glorious sun," he trumpeted, "rise again and warm the world you left behind." Still, the sun did not move. The peacock spread his feathers in a swirl of color. Not that anyone could see them in the dark, but he still did. And then he bowed low. "Dear sun," he called, "the world longs for your light. Please come back to us." Still, the sun did not move. Just as everyone began to lose hope, a small, hesitant voice broke the silence. May I try? Said the rooster softly. For a heartbeat, no one spoke. Then the forest erupted in laughter. The rooster, cackled the crow. He thinks his kukdukoo can chase away the dark. Your crow can barely wake a sleeping goat, hooted the monkey, slapping his knee. Even the deer snickered, their antlers quivering as they whispered amongst themselves. But the lion, wise and grave, raised his great paw for silence. His voice was low and steady. Let him try, he said. Courage wears many faces, and perhaps today it wears feathers. The forest went quiet. All eyes turned to the little rooster. The rooster took a deep breath, puffed up his chest, and crowed. Kukdukoo. A hush fell over the forest. And then a tiny golden glimmer peeked out from behind the hill. The rooster crowed again, louder this time. Kukdukoo. The light grew stronger, spilling gently across the land. For the third time, he called out with all his might, Kukdukoo! And the sun rose. Higher and higher it climbed, shining across rivers and mountains, chasing away every shadow. The animals cheered. Everyone danced. And from that day on, every morning begins the same way, with a rooster's crow, calling the sun to rise once more. And that was the tale of the seventh sun, a folk tale from the Munda people of Odisha. The Munda have passed down stories like this for generations, tales filled with mystery, courage, and a deep respect for the balance of nature. Their stories remind us that even the smallest voice, like the rooster's call, can bring back light to the world. If you enjoyed this tale, you can find more at www.oaktreebooks.in/Oak Tree Stories, where your support helps us continue sharing these timeless stories. Until next time, dear listener, may you always find warmth in the stories you hear and courage in the light you share.